Hello everyone, welcome to the Mental Ability Strategies for NIPER, Drug Inspector and APPSC Exams 2. Now in this video I am going to explain about quantitative aptitude and verbal ability. Most of the questions are related to quantitative aptitude. This is my channel. Recently it has got 2300 subscribers. Thank you for all this support. Let's get into the video. Now the first one is, see, these kind of questions you need to understand there is a relationship between these two and something is missing here, and it will follow the same relationship what is there between these two. First we need to get this relationship clear. Understand what you have here. The first one says NLO. For all these alphabet kind of questions you need to write the alphabetical order. For example, see the alphabets, what are these alphabets? L, M, N, O. For our convenience, let me write this as the order is among this order the first alphabet is 1, L and then M and then N and then O. Now look at the order, how it is written. N is the third one, L is the first one, this is 4, O is fourth one. So the order is they are in 3-1-4 order. Let us look at the next one. The next one is RPS. Now RPS, you need to again write down the alphabets. It starts with P, Q, R, S, right? P is 1, Q second one, third one and fourth one. Again look at the order. What is the R? R is 3 here. What is P? P again 1. What is S? 4. Now look at the relationship. So they are arranged in 3-1-4 order. Now, so the next coming two also follow the same order. Let's see the last one. What is given here? Z, X, A. Now when you see the order here, how it starts? Z, X, A. So it starts with X, Y, Z, and after Z, when you rewrite the alphabets again, you will get A here. Now look at the order. We'll do the same thing, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now what is Z here? 3. What is X here? 1. What is A here? 4. Look at this. It is following the same pattern. So you need to fill a set which will follow the same order. Now again, when you deal with such kind of questions, always start with the middle ones. Not with the top one, always start with the middle one. Now it says V, T, R. Right. Now when you see the alphabetical order, what is this? T, U, V, W, X, but where is R? R is somewhere here. R, yes. Right. Now see what we have seen here is when you write down the alphabetical order, you need to start numbering them. So R is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what is the order here? 5, 3, 1. No, there is no relationship at all. So this is never be your answer. What VTR? No, this is closed. Now let us say about the another one. Next one is VTW. Now TUVW, this is what is the order? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look at them. Let's number them. This is 3, this is 1, this is 4. Look at this, bingo. So what is missing here? This one is the right answer, VTW. So this is how you need to understand and do such kind of questions. First, you need to find out what is the relationship between these two sets. Then you will be able to get the blank. So the answer here is VTW. See, I have written these numbers for our convenience without any confusion. If you want to get the correct answer, convert into this number system, it will become easier. Moving to the next one. Now look at this. A number consists of 2 digits. Let's say the digits are X and Y, 2 digits, right? The sum of 2 digits is 9. That means X plus Y equals to 9. Now if 45 is subtracted from the number, its digits are interchanged. What does it mean? If you subtract 45, whatever the answer you are getting, it is Y into X. You can see this is interchanged. Now what is the number? So this is what you need to do. Now you can do this in 2 methods. I will explain both the methods. Follow them. Now see, the prompt says X plus Y, both the digits is 9. Now if both the digits are 9, it could be 9 and 0. Right? It could be 8, 1. It could be 7, 2. It could be 6, 3. It could be 5, 4. And then it could be 4 and 5. Stop here. The reason is, see, Another prompt says when you subtract with 45, you will get the digits interchanged. So the number must be greater than 45 because this is not a negative number, this is a positive number. So when do you get positive? When this xy is greater than 45. So from here, you don't need to write anything. See, because 2 plus 7 also gives 9, 3 plus 6 also gives 9, but all these are less than 45. So you need to stop doing this. Now out of them, again you need to check which one fits here. Now always, as I told you, for any such kind of thing, you need to start with the center one. So 7 plus 2 is 9. Now if 72, from that if you subtract 45, what do you get? 12 minus 5, how much? 7. And you have 6 here, 6 minus 4, 2. What has happened? The digits are interchanged. So what is the answer? 72 is the answer. This is one method by which you do all these things. The next best method is, see, you have options here. Directly check the options, plug in them, and then you can see it. Again, as I told you, you need to start with the center ones. So imagine you start plugging this. Imagine the xy is 72 and do this, you will get this one. Now understand this. This is concept based solving. This is plugging in solving. Most of the time for quantitative things, you need to try plugging in the answers and do it. For all such kind of questions, you might have seen, see, we did all this thing and we took how much time? With plugging, you do in a short time. So always plugging in is a very good method to do this kind of questions. Moving to the next one, let us say this. Now 40% of the deaths in a hospital may be attributed to terminal illness. The number of degrees needed to represent this as a slice of a pie chart is. Now you excuse me, you need to understand about pie chart. Pie charts will be given like this. What happens is there will be slices like this. This particular part is known as a slice. So this portion is represented as a particular population or a particular thing. So this is what is called as a pie chart. Now see, the entire pie, a complete circle, is of 360 degrees, right? So each part will be of certain degrees, and what the prompt says, 40% of the deaths in hospital are attributed to illness. The number of degrees needed to represent this, that means in this pie chart, if you want to represent 40%, what are the degrees? See, the total pie is how much? 360 degrees. In that 40%, you need to figure out. What is 40%? 144 degrees. So in this pie chart, if you say this particular portion is 144 degrees, that represent 40% of this total 360 degrees. So what is the answer here? 144. See, for all these quantitative questions, the important thing is you need to understand the question prompt properly. Put it here and then start doing it. That's it. Moving to the next one. Now, this is again introducing a boy. A girl said, "He is the son of the daughter of the father of my uncle." How is the boy related? See, all these things are kind of, they comes as verbal as well as quantitative aptitude, but basically it is a verbal kind of question which is known as a blood relation type of question. Now, for these things, you need to dissect every part and then think and then answer it. Now see, the girl is saying, so there is a girl. Now sometimes you need to work backwards. Now what she says, my uncle. What do you mean by uncle? Uncle means the girl's father, brother, or mother, brother too. So the girl's uncle is this guy. Let us, for convenience, let us write it as U itself, so that it will be easier. Uncle. Now my uncle's father's daughter. Uncle father means again is here. So that father has got a son and a daughter. Now look at this again. My uncle's father's daughter's son. So this is uncle, his uncle's father, father's daughter, daughter, son. Now you need to figure out what is the relationship. See, writing these kind of things are very important. In the last video I have explained how do you write this, right? In the same generation you write it with a straight line. To indicate the gender, plus and minus, you will write plus for male, minus for females. Above generation, like fathers, you write like this. Below generation, the next generation, you go down like this. Now see, this girl and this boy, how they are related. See, my father's brother and this is her sibling. So for this girl, she is aunt's son. What happens? He will become her brother. So the answer is brother. So it sounds a little complicated, but just understand, sometimes you need to work from the backwards and then write the relationship. Okay, moving to the next one. Now this is a mixture kind of question. A mixture contains alcohol and water. Alcohol is to water in the ratio of 4:3. Okay, if 5 liters of water is added to the mixture, that means water plus 5 liters. So you have added 5 more liters of water. The ratio becomes 4:5. Then what has happened? Alcohol is to water. The new ratio is 4:5. Now find the quantity of alcohol in the given mixture. Now see what has happened. This 3 portions is converted to 5 portions by adding 5 liters of water. What is the increase? 2 portions. So 5 liters, 2 portions means each portion is 2.5 liter. See, they have added 5 liters. It has increased from 3 to 5. That means 2 portions increase. So each portion is 2.5 liters. So each portion is 2.5 liter means 4 into 2.5 is 10 liters of alcohol and 7.5 liters of water here. And here again 10 liters of alcohol and 2.5 into 5. How much is that? 12.5 liters. Now see, this is what happened. To 7.5, if you add 5 liters of water, it becomes 12.5. And here the ratio is 4.5 and here the ratio is 4:3. Now, how much alcohol is there? That is the question. Alcohol is 10 liters. Answer is A. So you need to think, what is the change in this? See, 3 ratio has changed to 5 by addition of 5 liters. So each part will be 2.5 liters. That is what is there. So you need to understand the question and you can do it easily. Moving to the next one. Now again a kind of this thing. See, again you need to find out the relationship with each and everything. D, N and F, P, P. Let us look at them. See, let us see the alphabets. A, B, C, D, E, F. So the first digit E is missing and then after that F is there. Now N, M, N, O, P. Again O is missing and then you have 2 times P, P is there. Let us see the next one. The next one is H, R, R. Look at the pattern again here. E, F, G. After G you have H. So G is missing. Again P, Q and after that you have R. Q is missing. So what could be the pattern? After H, what is there? I. I should be missing here. After I you will get J and then R. R, S, T. So S should be missing here and then you should have T, T here. J, T, T. You can see the pattern. You need to identify the pattern. And the last one fits as well. Say after J, E, F, G, H, I, J, K is missing and L is there. And then R, V, V is there. Okay. So look at this relationship. So for each and everything, what is the pattern you need to find out, then you will get what is there in the blank. So the blank has got this thing, JTT. JTT is the answer. Moving to the next one. Now this is again a verbal kind of question, very simple one, you need to understand this. The words that best fill the blanks in the given sentence are, going by the dash, that many hands make light work. See, this is an axiom or saying. It says many hands make light work. The school dash involved all the students in the task. So you have only 2 options are there. The words are a little bit different. You have principal is there, principal is there. Principal is administrator, whereas principal is a saying or a maxim. So going by the principle, what is that principle? That many hands make light work. If all of them involved, the work becomes light. The school administrator or principal involved all the students in the task. So the option A is the correct one. So these things are easy, but a little bit confusion is there. Be careful while doing this. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, do subscribe.